guys, I hope you are doing well. I am back with a speed build, and this time I am building a beach house by the beach in Windenburg. Because it is summer, unless you are watching this in the future and it's winter for you. But at the moment, it is summer for me, and I'm feeling all these summer vibes. So I thought, okay, I am gonna make a summer themed build. And then I was watching this girl here on YouTube, and she lives on Hawaii and she was vlogging herself on a beach. So I thought, okay, I am definitely making a beach house. So I had this specific shape in my mind, but it is unfortunately not possible without constrained floor elevation. So I am gonna use rocks again, like I did in my restaurant build. But this is not gonna be a restaurant, of course. This is gonna be a residential home for your Sims to live in. So I know that this lot is placed just next to the ocean, but I wanted this house to be even closer. I wanted this house to have the sea just outside. So I added a pool, as you can see, and I'll make it look less like a pool and more like a sea, basically, and adding a deck sort of thing on the back side so that your Sims can just jump into the water whenever they want to go for a swim. So adding rocks to the build right now, and I know this resemble my restaurant build a bit, but this is the only way I know how to make the terrain look a bit raised up. So adding roofing to this house, and I did struggle a ton with it, especially the backside of the build. So I did cut quite a lot of the roofing bit out because, well, I probably spent half an hour just trying to make the roof work. Because to be honest, roofing is just not my strongest side when it comes to building. So just reshaping the backside, making it smaller, and trying to figure out how to spice up the backside. Because at the moment it's just a box basically, It's three boxes stacked on top of each other, and it's not very flattering or good looking. So I'm gonna fiddle around with the backside a ton before I get the shape that I actually wanted for this house. And I was trying to add balconies here and there, and this is the shape that I decided to go for, and it's looking a bit less boxy now. And here it is, the roofing part that I just had massive struggles with. So I don't know when, but I will cut it out, and you will see what I went with eventually. But the thing I was struggling with was the corners because they wouldn't look good. It would look good on the left side, but not on the right side, because on the right side, I wanted the roof to stop at the back and not continue to the other corner of the house. So yeah, I struggled a ton. You will see me mess around with it quite a lot here. And yeah, there I am cutting it out so you can see how the roof looked when I was feeling done with it. But I quite like it in the end, and there's like six layers of roofing on just that one corner. So, painting the house, and I was really unsure if I wanted the house to be white or blue, because I felt like both white and blue are kind of typical beach house colors, but in the end, I went for a blue or a grayish blue color. It's this blue that you can see right now, and I quite like it. So adding windows to the house, and I really wanted to fit these circular windows because to me they just scream beach house, but they wouldn't fit because the window is 1 square wide and the walls that I wanted to put them on were an even number, so it wouldn't center. But you'll see me add those windows to other walls instead. So just adjusting the deck area a bit because I felt like, well, this should be a bit wider than it was. And then, guys, I move on to the fun part, making the pool look more sea-ish. Sea-ish? Is that even a word? Well, you know what I mean, making the pool look as much like a sea as possible. So that means adding rocks. Rocks, rocks, and more rocks. So many rocks. And how many times can I actually say that one word in one speed build? Well, I don't know, many times I would guess, but basically I'm adding them in different shapes and different sizes to make it look more natural and recoloring them to a more brownish color to fit the wallpaper better. And I don't know, I just love the way it looks when you stack rocks on each other. I feel like it looks more natural anyway. Maybe it doesn't in your eyes, but for me it does. And then I'm adding these fountain water emitters because I decided it would look so cute with waterfalls. And waterfalls is actually nothing that I have done in The Sims 4 before. And I mean, who doesn't like waterfalls? So I decided to try that, and I think it's cute. So cute that I decided to add them on the both sides. So here you see me add even more of these water emitters. And the annoying thing when building, for me at least, is that I have to go back and forth between the Sims 4 and the Sims 3 controls just to be able to place objects easier. Usually, I like to play with the Sims 4 controls because I really like them, but for building and furnishing, the Sims 3 controls are just better for placing stuff because you can place objects even more freely than you can with the Sims 4 controls. But I mean, it is kind of easy to switch between them, so that's something, okay? And then I'm adding these tables that look like rocks because I felt like more is better. I wanted to make it a bit more natural than it was looking already, but I mean, I don't even know if it looks that natural to be honest, but I tried, okay? So, well, let's pretend that trying is all that matters. Well, in most parts of real life, trying is all that matters. So, as long as you try, guys, you are doing it right. Okay? Okay. And now we are moving on to the landscaping. And when it comes to tropical places, I just love to do landscaping because I just love palm trees and those palm tree bushes. And I feel like that's because where I live, it's so far from tropical as you can come, basically. We basically have spruce trees, mountains, and cold weather. And I don't know if you saw, but I just placed a ladder from the deck into the pool. And can we just talk about the ladder for a moment? Because it actually works, guys. It actually works. And if you don't understand why I'm so hyped about it, it's because the deck is on a foundation. So I had to move the ladder up using the 9 key, and I wasn't sure if it would actually work so your Sims can use it. But even though it's raised, your Sims can easily get both in and out of the pool, and I just got super excited about that. But I'm not gonna ramble about that ladder forever, but it's just really cool, all the things that we can do in The Sims 4. And I'm still doing the landscaping and just adding some floor tiles to the outside deck area and to the balconies. And then I decided to add these colors. Colors. No, these flowers because they are so lovely. I've said it in previous speed builds too, but all the flowers that came with the romantic garden stuff pack are just the best looking flowers I've ever seen in any of the Sims games, guys. Like I would buy this pack just for the flowers, really. And I'm not kidding. I would buy this pack only to get these flowers. So I'm adding those flowers just all around the house basically, and I'm almost done with the landscaping. Just a few more final touches to the front of the build, and of course I had to terrain paint too cuz it just looks way more realistic that way. At least I think so. And guys, always save your game cuz you don't want to lose all your work and have to redo it again, which I have way too many times. So I think I'm about to jump into the interior in a second, but it took quite some time to just get the exterior done and the landscaping done, and it probably took even longer to do the interior though, but that's because I just loved the idea of a beach house and I was so excited for this build, so I just really wanted to do a good job with both the exterior and the interior. And now, guys, now we finally move on to the best part, in my opinion at least, the interior. And the exterior took quite some time, as I said, to make, but we are only 9 minutes in, which means we have like 23 minutes left, which means, yes. The interior took the longest time to do, and in total, I think this build took me about 4.5 hours real time to build, and this is obviously a speed build, so it's just half an hour for you, but for me it was 4.5 hours. And so I put some lights down, and these are not staying because this looks just cray cray, okay? But it's just to add some lighting so that I can actually see the wall paints and see what I'm doing and stuff. So, yeah, I'm adding all the wall paints and all the floor tiles. So the outside of this build looks very traditional and beachy, but for the inside, I went for a cute mix of both traditional and modern. So some rooms have very traditional beachy wall paints, while others look more modern. And with beachy, I mean white wooden wall paints and such. And the same with the furnishing. Some items are more modern, some items are more traditional. But when I look at this build, I get the feeling that the people living here have renovated this house quite a bit and kept some traditional touches just to keep this beachy feel to it. And now I have moved on to my most hated part of any build, and that is, of course, the kitchen. This is also something that I have mentioned in other speed builds, and kitchens are not my strong side because I don't get along with the counters we have in The Sims 4, so you will see me struggle, as always, with the colors, going back and forth, just deciding which color that I hate the least. So what I go for is these counters in blue because they give me a modern beachy feel, and the countertops though they are just horrendous. Okay, I added a ton of shelves because I wanted this kitchen to be cluttered, so I will be putting a massive amount of decor on them. Well, maybe not massive, but I'll be putting a lot of stuff on the shelves. Clutter just makes it feel very homely and lived in. And I try to keep most of the rooms in this build quite light. Some rooms have darker accent colors though, like the living room, for example. But in general, I try to keep this build as light, as I feel like that's more beachy. All the beach houses that I have been to have had very light furnishing, and there's also typically a lot of light wooden colors. And most of the rooms in this house have objects placed using move objects, but also I've moved objects up and down, which means if you try to rotate this lot, things could get out of place, but just place it in the same lot as I did, and you'll know for sure it's gonna stay in place. I will list the lot that I placed it on in the description box down below, and I guess I could just tell you as well. So it is placed on the island in Windenburg, and it's placed on the 30 by 20 beach lot to the far right. So I am going ham on the decor part here, and I've added some books to make it look like cookbooks. Also added some bottles. I don't know if it's alcohol or cooking oils though, but I do like all the new kitchen decor items that we got in The Sims 4 Dine Out game pack. Kitchen items are actually my favorite kind of decor items, to be honest. I don't know why, I just really like my kitchens to be cluttered. So, putting up some curtains and moving on to the corner over here. This side doesn't have too many things to it, just this table. Well, I changed the table, I think. But just a table and a chair, or a bar stool, I guess it is. And then putting down some rugs, and I decided yes, I want blue and orange in the kitchen. And then just putting down some final touches in the kitchen, adding some more decor items here and there. For this corner, I go for a side table, and yeah, you can see me change that table too. And I go for that table in the kitchen with a nice flower and a painting above it. And then I move on to lamps. And oh my god, I struggled. Mostly because the lamps I want to use were just too low hanging. So I couldn't go for them because you don't want to hit your head. Do you? Like, a lot of the lamps doesn't even produce enough lights. So eventually I just go into debug mode and I pull out these square lights that emit light. And don't worry about it because they are not visible in live mode. You can only see them in buy mode, so it's cool, you won't see them when you actually play the game. but they are for sure really nice as they add lights and you can then just use shitty lamps. So you don't have to add a million shitty lamps in game for the house to actually be lit up. So that is a tip. Use the debug square thing is if you want to light up your house and then use the nice looking but shitty lamps. And for the living room, or the dining room, should I say? It's a dining room, not a living room. So for the dining room, I also went for a blue, orange, yellow color scheme because I thought it should match the kitchen. So light wood and blue chairs. And for this area, I just went for two comfy chairs to sit in and some clutter. I just used move objects and the 9 key to place some books and a nice little candle on top of that um, chair footrest thing. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I even put two of those in. And then I added a fireplace with a mirror above it, trying to find a painting, but I failed. So instead, I go for a mounted fish, and I think I keep it, yes, I just change it up. Then I add this vase and I wanted it to have flowers inside it and I don't go for this bamboo thing, right? I don't know. I think I change it. Yeah, no, I go for these aurum lily flowers instead. I love these flowers. They are so pretty. I have them in real life or I had them, but they are supposed to be easy to take care of, but they are not, guys. They are not. You have to water them like every day. And what if you're not at home? So my tip is just don't get these flowers if you are bad at taking care of flowers. So this room is done. Moving on to the bathroom. No, I just realized I had forgotten to put a lamp in the dining area. Can't really remember what lamps I go for. Yeah, this one and then the star in that little reading area. I don't know. I feel like that's a place you would sit and read in the sun and just have a great time. But in the bathroom. The downstairs bathroom is quite light. The upstairs bathrooms are way darker with some black plumbings, but for the downstairs, I went with light woods to just match the rest of the downstairs beachy vibes. Although the living room has some black accent colors, so it's a tad more darker than the other rooms are. But anyway, the bathroom is just light with a touch of green. And now moving on to the hallway slash living room. So I start with furnishing the hallway and adding some nice wall lights, another rug, a curtain, and for this area I put another table with just some decor on top, of course, some books, some candles, and a mirror above it, and then this small framed photo and a vase with some nice little flowers in it. Moving on to the living room, so here you will see me struggle a ton with finding a color for the couches. You will see me change the colors like a million times. Well, it kind of felt like a million times at least. And here you see me go back in the kitchen again with a bar, and I will add it, but I had some trouble with it, okay? So let's talk about the bar for a minute, because this is the bar that actually matches these counters, right? And they have the exact same color swatch, yet the countertops are one color and the bar tops are another color. And I don't understand why. Like, because it's the same color swatch, so why are the countertops a different color from the bar? It doesn't make any sense. And I am going for the bar, even though the tops are a different color, but seriously, it bugs me, okay? But what can I do? What can I do? Enough about that though. Here I tried to add a nice table to put a TV on, but I didn't really find anything that I thought matched and also had the right height. So I did make my own TV stand, but unsure which colors to go with. In the end, I'm going white, I think. I think I'm going full white on both the couches and the TV stand. Or maybe I go green. Yeah, maybe I go green for the couches, like whites and green. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going whites and green actually. I might be lying, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. Oh yeah, I'm going with whites and green because I added those green bar stools. Then I'm trying to find a rug, and I was like, let's go green and blue. But I changed my mind, and I thought, no, let's go white, black, and green, and went for that rug. Black rug with a rose print on it. I added some debug lights and another rug, but a gray colored rug, and not sure what I'm doing. I'm just adjusting some of those rocks, yes, and then saving the game, of course. Is anyone like me though? As you've seen or probably seen in this video, I keep changing the colors of things, and that is my big problem when building. I just can't decide what I want. I just keep going back and forth between like two different color swatches. And I don't know, I'm just such an indecisive person, and it's super duper annoying. But anyway, I added those bottles behind the bar here, and I thought the shelf looked a bit too futuristic. So I wanted it to feel more beachy, so I added other shelves on top of the shelf that the bottles are on. So that would just hide the glowing effects a bit and make it less futuristic. I mean, I didn't want it to feel like a nightclub in here, so this looks way more like a shelf that you would actually have at home. And by now, you've probably seen me change this plant like a bunch of times, going back to the indecisive personality that I talked about before. But I'm going with this plant that you see right now. And then I tried to find a painting, and that was harder than I thought. But since it's a beach house, I went for this oceany kind of painting. And I am moving upstairs now and starting with the bathrooms. So on this floor, there's two bedrooms, and each bedroom has its own bathroom. And I imagined the family living here were two parents with their teenage daughter. And since this is the smaller bathroom, it is connected to the smaller bedroom. So this is obviously the kids' bedroom and the kids' bathroom. You can see that I used a full length mirror and I placed it inside a counter just to make it look more like a table mirror. And this bathroom is also very cluttered because it's the teenagers' bathroom, and teenagers tend to be quite messy. And well, at least I were a messy teenager. Then I move on to the second bathroom, which is the one connected to the master bedroom, aka the parents' bedroom in my pretend scenario. And because of that, this bathroom is a lot more clean and a lot more organized. But I did use the same counters and colors though. I felt like a bathtub was nicer than a shower, so I just went for a bathtub, really, no shower for them. Then I, of course, add some decorations on the counters and tried to find a blind, but it would cause lighting glitches, and that bothered me so much. Like, oh, please, why would these? I've tried to use these blinds before, and they always cause lighting problems. If anyone knows why, then please tell me. Starting on a teenager's bedroom, and this room is gonna be super duper pink and bright. I used mostly pastel pinks mixed with light woods, so it's very feminine looking. Of course, you can change it up to fit your Sims if you want. But anyway, I spent a bit of time in this room, and I had super duper fun furnishing it. I also wanted this room to be cluttered, just like the bathroom, but it didn't really end up that cluttered, really. But it's looking very cute in the end, and I used a more hot pink color for the chair. But most furniture, as I said, are gonna be just pastels or whites. finding a nice mirror for this room, which was hard because all the mirrors are quite high up and you can't move them down for some reason. I tried to hold the alt key, but I don't know, it doesn't work, so it's a bit sad, but the mirror I went for is not the one, yeah, I just changed it. I'm going for that flower mirror because it's super duper cute, guys. It's so cute and put a curtain up and this star lamp. Oh my god, I love this star lamp so much because it's so usable, I believe. It looks super cute in kids' bedrooms, but then it also looks good in some color swatches for other type of rooms, and it's super outdoorsy too, and it's just a very versatile lamp in my opinion. It just looks nice in most rooms and in all different kind of styles of rooms. So yeah, I really do like that lamp a lot. Also adding that super cute light that came with a new update. It's the night lamp that makes the monsters under the bed go away. If you haven't played the new patch, you if you have played the new patch, you know that the kids basically wake up every night and they also wake up the entire household, and you could just remove that lamp if you do want the monsters to come, but if you don't, just use the lamp and the monsters gonna be gone. Be gone, monsters. I mean, I do like the monsters, but not every night, okay? Not every night. Maybe every other night or once in a week, maybe, but just not every night, please. Not every night. Popping in more decor items to make it look a tiny bit cluttered. I mean, you can see this. This room is not that cluttered, but it's just to make it look more like a kid's room with a ton of stuff, but it's not even a ton of stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm basically done with the kids' bedroom and I'm moving on to the upstairs hallway. And you can see it's very slim, so you can't really fit many items in here. But I do put a nice side table in here with. A plant on it, I believe. Yes, this is the side table that I go for, and I go for lilies. No, 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 no. And that's not lilies, please. That's sunflowers, okay? So I put nice sunflowers on it. Furnishing the master bedroom now, and as always, I try to make a more special looking bed because I am so tired of the beds that we have by now. I want more beds, yay, please, please give us new beds. But this is the bed that I go with, and I will put some tree thingies behind it. Tree stumps thingies. I don't know what to call it, but you will see what I mean in a moment. So first I went for blue curtains because I decided the master bedroom should have a blue color scheme, but you can see I changed those to white, and this room doesn't have that many items in it or much furnishing at all. Because I don't know why. Oh, there's the tree thingy. Are those tree stumps? Would you say tree stumps, or are they too long to be tree stumps? I'm sorry. Okay, trees. I put trees behind the bed. Okay. But I'm actually almost done with this room. I just put that milk thingy with some move object plants in it to make it look like another type of vase because I'm a bit tired of the vases too. Or the flowers, or the plants. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Adding a few more things to the kids' bedroom and moving back to the master bedroom. But I'm basically done. Just adding a nice ceiling lamp, and then I'm saving the game to move outside to the deck area. So, on the first floor, is this the bottom floor? First floor, bottom floor, I don't know. On the ground level, out on the nice deck, we put nice outdoorsy couches so your Sims can sit and relax together by the sea. And I mean, can we just talk about the ladder again? I'm just so happy it actually works, and I'm quite surprised too. I mean, I was so scared it wouldn't work, but I would have kept it anyway, I think, because it looks so nice. And I mean, how else would you get in and out of the water? But I mean, now it's both for looks and function. So I shouldn't ramble about this all day, but I mean, can we just take a second to appreciate the ladder, okay? Thank you. I am so weird, I know, but just look at it. It looks so nice, and I'm gonna add screenshots with my sim using it. I mean, I think you believe me, but I don't know why I'm doing it. Okay, just so happy. And guys, you gotta be happy about the small things in life, right? Another thing I love in this game is the coffee table. I mean, it's a mirrored coffee table, so can we talk about that too, please? It's simply just amazing. I wish it came in more plain colors though, but I mean, this will do, this will do. I'll take it as it is. It's so nice for both like inside and outside furnishing, so it's just a very lovely coffee table. So yeah, for the deck area, I went for blues and greens and yellows and oranges because again, I mean, it's very beachy looking in my opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion, but I feel like we can all agree that blue is a beachy color because the ocean and the sea and all that is typically blue. So I think I'll move on to the ground floor bedroom soon. I felt like that would be perfect as a guest bedroom. Because if you have a beach house, I feel like you would get a lot of guests. Especially during summer, I feel like all your friends would come over and be like, okay, you live by the sea, so I'm gonna come over and stay at your place for a bit because I ain't got my own beach house, so I'm gonna stay at yours. I made the bed look a bit different again using the spotty candle decor thing, adding some curtains for privacy and dividing the space using half walls just to separate the room a bit as I wanted to fit a dining area too. Because you'll probably do some barbecuing out on the deck, and maybe you want to sit inside for some reason, or then you could just come inside and sit and eat together, or maybe the guests just want to have their own space to eat. So, of course, this room is gonna be blue and green and have creamy colors and some white woods because, as I've said like a million times, it is a beach house, and what else is more beachy than blues? I just want to know, does anyone actually feel like there's a more beachy color than blue? Because then I would love to know, because for me, blue is beach. Blue mixed with white wood. That is so beachy that there's nothing beachier than that. I added some skill building objects and the dining area, so your guests have their own little place to eat. And maybe I should have added a bathroom for them too, but I didn't think of that. So if you do want, you could just add a bathroom yourself. But yeah, that is basically it, guys. So if you want to download this build, I will leave a link in the description box down below to the gallery. And don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe if you do want more speed build videos. And I also do challenges and stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.